Panthers for Benton Academy, number 22, Kurt Middleton, and number 11, Daniel Perry. For Canton Academy, number 79, John Sowell, number 33, Jonathan Miller. Canton wins the toss, but defers to the second half. Benton will receive. Canton will kick off and defend the East Go.
You ever had a guard that can post up inside like that first? Back at Sam Benson Memorial Field on the campus of Canton Academy in Canton, Mississippi, Mike Harvey along with Mike Hoggins and Ralph Barnes, Keith Stewart, and our Panther Vision crew. And Mike, of course, a big football game tonight, Canton and Benton Academy, and these two teams have absolutely played some classics over the years.
Mike, they're usually very physical ball games and games that, you know, even when one team's not doing well, they're always very competitive games. And I think probably the important thing for the Panthers tonight, I do think, just on paper anyway, of course they're not played on paper, but on paper indeed the Panthers should win the ball game. So I think it's very important to get off to a quick start and not let the Raiders hang around.
Of course, 2 weeks ago down at Prentice, the last time the Panthers teed it up 2 weeks ago, the Panthers won a double overtime football game. And Mike, one thing the Panthers have got to be conscious of is to cut out the turnovers.
Absolutely. You know, just penalties and turnovers, as you mentioned, have really held the Panthers back. And again, a pretty good offensive showing down at Prentice, even with 27 points, but certainly shot themselves in the foot several times. And here tonight, really a good night for football, as Mark George will tee it up as we get ready for play. And the Panthers, again, have had a couple weeks work on fundamentals, so hopefully those things will be ironed out.
George will come up and kick it up from the West 40, and he sends it high and deep right down the middle of the field. It's grabbed at the 15-yard line, and here comes Benton straight up the middle of the field as they get it up to the 35, and that's where they'll play it first down and 10 yards to go from the 35-yard line as the Panthers had good coverage, first down and 10 for the Benton Academy Raiders.
Blake Reese, 150-pound senior on the return, got it at his 10-yard line, returns at 25 yards. A pretty good field position here as we start, as they'll now spot the ball at the 34-yard line, the ball on the right hash mark, and the Panthers will go on defense.
First down and 10 yards to go. Number 13, Neil Kirk, will bring his ball club up to the line of scrimmage at quarterback. He'll have a lone setback with a double wing, wide out to the near side of the field. Panthers at a 5-man front. Here's the spin. Geff diving straight up the middle, and maybe the gain of a yard to the 36. Give him 2. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Number 44 carrying the football is Beckwith, and Beckwith is knocked down. After the gain of 2, it'll be second down and 8 yards to go for the Benton Raiders.
Couple-yard gain, not a whole lot to hit right there, Mike. Beckwith 5'7" and 205, so kind of a tank-built young man as the Raiders come out with a double slot on first down.
Double slot, wide out to both sides of the field with a quarterback and a lone setback. As Kirk will put him down, and he goes straight back to throw. The left-hander shoots it to the outside. Pass goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 30, Brannon Ledbetter. It fell incomplete, and it'll be third down and 8 yards to go for the Raiders.
Kirk, a left-handed quarterback. Nice play right there, Mike, as the slot ran down the field to clear out the underneath coverage, and the wide receiver ran a post in behind him. Ball just overthrown, but a pretty good play right there, and the Raiders faced with their first possession play of the ball game.
Third down, 8 yards to go. A big possession play here early in the ball game. 11-12 left to go in the first quarter. Straight back to throw is Kirk. He shoots to the outside. Pass is intercepted by the Panthers. Number 41, who grabbed it up for the Panthers, was Morgan, and Morgan hauled it in for the Big Cats at the 47-yard line, and the Panthers were in business, first down and 10 yards to go.
Just a curl pattern, which would have got first down yardage, Mike. Really not a very well thrown ball. He threw it hard, but was not really near his target. And David, in his drop zone, just looked it in as he had to fall to the ground to catch it. The Panthers have great field position here as they start their first possession.
David Ratcliffe, the leading passer in the Academy 2A, will bring his ball club up to the line of scrimmage. Split backs, wing to the near side, wide out to the far side, spins, pitches the football to David Morgan. Morgan grabbed around the collar, now reverses his field, is going to get it inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. He's got a nice gain, some 6-7 yards, and it'll be second down and short yardage to go for the Panthers.
Kurt Middleton came through on great penetration that time, had David in the backfield for a 2 or 3 yard loss. David did a good job of getting away from him and then cutting back to the middle of the field, and a good first down pickup.
Picked up 7. It'll be second down and 3 yards to go. 10:35 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers in Benton territory. A 0-0 football game here early. Panthers got the interception a moment ago from David Morgan, and now they have it 2nd and 3. And now we've got a whistle, and Benton, I think, jumped off sides. It's a dead ball penalty, and we'll wait for them to unstack it and see what the indication is. It is an offside penalty against Benton, and that will give the Panthers their first down of the ball game.
Raiders run a 5-2 defense, and really kind of an awkward-looking secondary, Mike. They got on the wing side have 2 secondary men 3-4 yards apart, and it looks like probably Panthers may be able to exploit that and cause some confusion.
Wing to the far side, wide out to the near side. Backs are split as Ratcliffe off the play action rolls out right to throw. Got a man wide open at the 3-2-1. Touchdown, Panthers!
David Ratcliffe to Mark George. Touchdown pass, and we'd mentioned that they had 2 over there. The outside receiver went in, or took an out. Both defenders went with him, and Mark George just on a corner route, as you mentioned, Mike, wide open. The Panthers go on top here early in the first.
Nobody within 20 yards of the football as Ratcliffe put it right on the money, and the Panthers lead it by the score of 6-0. Waiting for the extra point. There's the snap. It's down. Kick on the way. Kick is good. Time out of the field. 9:57 left to go. First quarter. The Big Panthers 7. Benton Academy nothing. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. A 35-yard touchdown pass. Tyler Clark converts the extra point. Panthers lead it 7-0. Here's the kick down deep, and Benton will field it down around the 5-yard line. And here they come, and a big hit at the 25-yard line. And that's where Benton will play it. First down and 10 yards to go. They have it on the 25-yard line in their own territory.
Once again, Blake Reese, this time a 20-yard return, and Reese spun around, and John Lutz right there, the second man to make contact, really leveled him and knocked him on his back. And the Raiders will have a first down and 10, their own 25 with 9:50 to go, and the Panthers on top by the score of 7-0.
Want to remind you next week that the homecoming on the campus of Canton Academy is the Panthers and Manchester. An old rivalry will do battle next Friday night here at Sam Vinson Memorial Field. Homecoming 2001. Double wing with a lone setback, and Kirk goes straight back to throw. Sets, fires, pass incomplete. Tried to get it to the wide out, just floating out here, but the pass fell incomplete, threw it behind him. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go.
So once again, that double slot, just the quick slant or quick post pattern by the wide receiver on the near side. Ball again thrown behind, and Kirk not yet has caught up with the speed of the game, Mike. And the Panthers in that usual 4-3 set, but now with the double slot, the linebackers walked up outside and are lining up head up on the slots.
So Coach J.J. Plummer, who should know a lot about the Panthers from years of coaching with his dad, Johnny Plummer, down at Woodland Hills, will send a man in motion to the near side on shotgun snap, and Kirk throws it deep down the field, and the pass is going to be picked off back at the 40-yard line as number 7 for the Panthers was back to pick it off, Sam Mabry, and he knocked him down. Oh, number 2, I'm sorry. Chad Penn intercepted the football, and the Panthers, the second interception of the night, and they will have it once again off the turnover.
Well, the Raiders spread the field that time a little bit more, sent a man in motion from right to left, and had 3 receivers left at the snap of the ball, and then went back one-on-one to the far right, just a go pattern, and the ball well overthrown, and Chad Penn right there to make the interception.
Slot to the near side of the field. Backs are in the I formation as David Ratcliffe looks at a stacked 5-man front, 2 linebackers in tight. He calls them out. Panthers leading at 7-0. Spins, pitches the football wide. Jonathan Miller carries. He'll drive it up over the 40, breaks a tackle. 45, 46-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. And, well, they'll mark it. It will be a first down. First down, Canton Academy with 9:25 left to go in the first quarter.
Good hard running that time by Jonathan Miller as he got wide right. Good block at the point of attack. And a good crackback block also by one of the Panthers. Did not get his number, but nonetheless, pick up on the play of about 11 or 12 yards on the first down, and the Panthers might seem to really be clicking tonight as they're looking for points here early as they've gone nothing but outside and pass plays.
Slot to the far side of the field, offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe sets him down on a 1st and 10, sloops it to the outside to Buckley. Buckley at the 50. He brings it down into Benton territory, inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. First down, Canton Academy, as the Panthers just on a quick hitter outside to Buckley, and Buckley got it to the 39. First down and 10 yards to go.
Just a little bubble screen out there, the wide out John Paul Buckley, but clipping call on the far sideline. Mike Trey Burnside, who was out there trying to help his comrade, hit one of the Raiders in the back, so it'll be a big step off and take the football all the way back to about the Panther 40-yard line, bringing up about 17 yards to go.
But of course, with the penalty, it'll be back at the Panther 40-yard line, and it'll still be first down, but it'll be first down and about 17 yards to go. But again, Mike, you get the feeling that the Panthers are going to be able to throw the football tonight.
Yeah, seems like they are. They've sensed something, and they're just really going for the big play here early.
Offset eye in the backfield, slot to the near side of the field. Ratcliffe calls him out, looks at a tight stack defense, runs the option, and kind of slips and falls as he got up over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on the play, and it'll be second down and 15 yards to go for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's like kind of getting your hand caught in a cookie jar, Mike. When David came down the line on the down-the-line option and had 2 defenders. Both defenders ran deep to take pitch, and David's eyes must have got as big as softballs and turned it up, just got a little excited, I think, and tripped himself up for a short gain of about 2 yards, second down 15.
Burnside comes wide to the near side. In the slot is John Paul Buckley, the leading receiver in the AA in Mississippi. Offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe gives, driving straight up the middle, of Miller tied up over the 45, 46, 47-yard line. He's got about 3-4 tough yards of the play, and it'll be third down and about 8 yards to go for the Panthers.
Canton Academy that time just trying to keep the Raiders a little bit honest. Hit him inside for the first time tonight. Beck with the big running back, 205, made first contact and knocked Miller down after a pretty good gain up near the 48-yard line. So third down and 9 yards to go.
Third down, 9 yards to go for the Canton Academy Panthers. Possession down right at midfield, actually on the Panther side at the 48-yard line. Offset eye in the backfield, wide outs to both sides. Ratcliffe looks at a stacked defense, off play action, back to throw, wide open is over the middle to the 40-yard line. Going to be enough for a Panther first down. Number 29, George catches the football. He gets it down to the 40, and he's earned enough for a Panther first down, and a great job on the passing game by the Panthers as Ratcliffe gets it over.
So the Panthers have opened it up, Mike, running outside, running option, throwing the football down the field, and now go to the tight end. As I'm not sure if Mark was tight end or a wing in that particular play, but certainly the inside receiver, as I noticed that John Paul had double coverage on him, and Chad Penn was one-on-one.
George is the tight end, and straight back to throw is Ratcliffe. Two-strap drive, gets it outside to Buckley at the 30. He's down the sidelines to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers.
So just the same play that the Panthers ran a few moments ago and got called for clipping, just a bubble screen where the inside receiver will arc to the outside. The pass was right on the numbers, and John Paul showed great speed getting down the far sideline, and the Panthers go up by 2 scores.
And the Panthers probably can run that play all night long. 6:21 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers on top 13-0. Number 87, Tyler Clark, will try to make it 2 out of 2 in the extra point department. Waiting for the snap. There it is. It's down. Kick on the way, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 6:21 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers 14, Benton nothing. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. Passing already, and they lead it 14-0 with 6:20 left to go in the first quarter of play, and the kick goes deep, and Benton fumbles it, and here they come, and they're going to be knocked down at the 5-yard line. Panthers all over them, and Mike Coggins, Benton down 14-0. They have a deep hole to drive out of at the 5-yard line back in their own territory.
Well, Mike, we talked one of the important factors in tonight's game was for the Panthers to come out and get on top early and not let the Raiders hang around. And I know Coach Flip Godfrey cannot be any happier than he is right now, because the Panthers have come out with a little bit of fire in their eye and playing extremely well on the offensive side, and now in the kicking game has really backed them up. And it's up to defense now to return the ball to the Panthers in great field position.
Now Kirk will bring his ball club up, and he's got them in an offset eye. Looks like a 2 tight end set. We don't see the wings that we saw earlier. Here we go as they drive the football, and no running room at all, no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. And Mike, we've been looking for that all year from the Panther defensive front. They just collapsed everything. No gain, 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, the Raiders came up that time, Mike, in an unbalanced line to the far side, had Wishbone in the backfield and just wanted to pound it out of there. But as you mentioned, that defensive front did not move very much that time. And going the first man through, really, when you go the first man through, you're trying to catch the defense off guard. There's really no sense being the wishbone if you're going to give to the first back through.
Here's the wishbone set again. Everybody in tight. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Kirk calls him out, spins, gives the football to the 2nd man through, driving off the half, and he's going to be knocked down at the 8-yard line. Give him 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Well, that time a little more room. That time, again, in the wishbone, and as we mentioned on the previous play, give the first man through. There's no lead blocker, but in the wishbone, you have 2 lead blockers if you run a power play, which is what they ran right there, and they pick up about 4 yards on the play. So Raiders trying to get out and get a little bit of field position, so if they have to punt the football, they will have a little bit of room to stand to get the kick away.
Of course, a big play for Benton right here, because they absolutely defensively have shown nothing that they can stop the Panthers offensively. Off the play action, here's the give, 2nd man through on the wishbone, and there's just no running room again. Got it up to about the 12, but going to be way short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go, and Benton will have to get the punting unit onto the field.
Yeah, and probably kicking themselves, Mike, for not running that power play on 1st down, because they come up about 1.5 yards short, and chances are they might have picked up a 1st down had they run that 3 times in a row, but the 1st down play really went for naught.
So it'll be 4th down, and Benton will have to punt the football away. Kirk will go drop back to punt the football for the Benton Academy Raiders. Panthers should come out of this in excellent field position. Kirk, the left footer, comes forward, kicks it away, and it's going to be fielded by Buckley at the 43-yard line. He drives upfield behind the block. He's in the secondary. He's going to drive inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line or down to the 15-yard line, but there's a flag behind the play, and I'm sure the Panthers are going to get caught with behind the block penalty.
Yeah, clipping call, Mike. The referee showed a great arm there. He threw that from the 15 and ended up on the 30, marking the spot. So it'll step it all the way back to the Benton 45, but still good field position for the Panthers. And as you say, the Raiders have not shown any propensity to stop the Panther offense here tonight.
You know, Mike, with the Panthers leading 14-0 and 3:56 left to go in the first quarter, you got to feel the Panthers want to work on the running game just a little bit, but again, the passing game right now is so wide open that the Panthers, it's just hard not to throw the football.
Yeah, Mike, I got to tell you, if I'm on the sideline right now, we're throwing the bomb right here.
Absolutely. Wide outs to both sides. Offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe calls him out, and he goes straight back to throw. He sets, rolls to the right, fires to the outside. Got it to Jonathan Miller, again on a little bubble screen to the outside. He caught the football, but he was knocked down immediately, actually for the loss of about 2 yards, 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13 yards to go.
Yeah, Beckwith out there did a great job of reading that screen, Mike, as he followed Jonathan all the way out there. The Panthers wide receivers pushing deep, and I got to tell you, didn't push deep real hard. You know, as coaches, we always watch that and try to make sure that our wide outs run the patterns with the same degree of vigor when they're not getting the ball as when they do, but that time that didn't occur, and just kind of a slow release by the wideouts and a great play by Beckley.
Burnside goes wide to the far side, tight wing to the near side, offset eye in the backfield as Ratcliffe spins, pitches the football to Miller. Big hole, he breaks into the secondary inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers.
49-yard touchdown run. Jonathan Miller, just a toss sweep. Got a great kick-out block, turned inside, and just used his speed to get in the end zone from 49 yards out. And Mike, if the Raiders don't get something good to happen to them here pretty quickly, all these guys walking the sideline are going to get a lot of PT here tonight. One of the things an old coach used to tell me, a game where you may get a lot of experience tonight. Clark will attempt the extra point. Sean Ellis will put it down. Waiting for the snap. It's down. Kick on the way. It's back on the track. It's good. Timeout of the field. 2:57 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers 21, Benton Academy nothing. Panther football on WMCO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. Panthers have run 5 offensive plays, has 3 touchdowns. Well, when it's clicking, it's clicking. And you don't want to slow it up on your own. The Raiders are going to have to do something to stop the Panthers.
George kicks it high and deep, and it's into the end zone, and Benton will play it from their own 20-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. And, Mike, one thing about it, right now it seems whatever the Panthers do, run the football, throw the football, everything's wide open. They are really executing here in the early going.
It's a play caller's dream. There's really nothing you can do wrong, and really the only what I would classify as a good defensive play tonight has been by Beckwith on the screen just prior to the long touchdown run by Jonathan. I thought he read that real well, but other than that, everything that Coach Godfrey calls has worked tonight.
That's about as good as you can get, and with a 21-0 lead, and we're not out of the first quarter yet. Backs in the wishbone set. Kirk calls him out, gives off of kind of a delay as he tried to give to the third man through, and he's knocked down at the 21. Gain of 1. It'll be second down and 9 yards to go.
Not much up inside there, Mike. Panther offensive or defensive line doing a good job. And of course, the Raiders have a dilemma. They're not getting anything inside, and they've thrown the ball 3 or 4 times, or maybe 5 or 6, and 2 of those have already been picked off and led to touchdowns. So the Raiders looking for something to work.
Of course, down 21-0, you feel like they've got to throw the football, but they're up in the wishbone set again. Second down, 9 yards to go. And here's Kirk driving and gives to the second man through off the left side. And again, nothing there, maybe to the 23. Give him a yard. It'll be third down and long to go. Third down, a long 7 to go for the Benton Academy Raiders.
A lot of activity in the backfield, faking to 2 backs before giving to the left halfback off the right side, Miller Todd. And John Luce, both Panther linebackers, did a good job of hanging in there and making the stop for little or no gain.
So it'll be third down, a short 8, long 7 yards to go for Benton Academy. Kirk with a possession down, already facing a 21-0 deficit. Will go off play action and roll out right to throw. Sets, fires to the outside. Pass is almost caught beautifully, but it fell incomplete. It'll be fourth down, and Benton will again have to check Kirk into the ball game to punt the football.
Good effort on the far sideline. Number 22, not on our roster, but made a good effort up around the 30-yard line. Ball just thrown a little bit, or led him just a little bit too much. And Jonathan Miller and John Paul Buckley, both who have showed good speed here tonight, will drop back into Panther territory to receive the punt. So the Panthers should get, again, excellent field position as Kirk goes back to punt the football. There's a high snap from center, pulls it down. The left footer gets it away. High driving kick. That's going to be fielded on the near side by Buckley. He cuts it up at the 50. It's going to be knocked down at the 49. He fumbled the football, and Benton has gotten on top of the football at the 48-yard line, and it will be Benton Academy's football. So the Raiders get a break and get a break from the field position deficit they were in, and they have it at the 48-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. Well, the break that the Raiders had been needing, Mike, and they got at that time good coverage on the punt coverage team, and as John Paul was going down, the ball was stripped away, and Hayes Odom 160-pound sophomore, fell on the football, and now the field is turned around, and the Raiders have a short field at the Panther 48.
Patrick Ship, number 7, is the quarterback now for Benton. Backs are in the wishbone set. Everybody in tight at the Panther 48-yard line. Here's the give, driving to the fullback. They push it ahead to about the 44-yard line. So it's a nice gain on the play of about 4. It'll be second down and about 6 yards to go for the Raiders.
Michael Berry coming out of the wishbone. Michael is listed at 6 feet, 250 pounds. Doesn't look that big from here, but that's what they've got him listed as, and he drove the pile 3 or 4 yards inside the Panther 45.
So quickly, Benton back up over the football, and looks like they're going to stay in that wishbone set, trailing at 21-0. 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Backs in the wishbone. Here's the fake to Berry, and here's the give, driving off the left side. No gain at all, maybe a yard, and it'll be third down for Benton. Third down and about 5 yards to go for the Raiders.
Miller Todd again coming through from that linebacker spot, getting the first hit on Berry, and held him to a short gain of about 2 yards as we get near the end of the first quarter.
And the buzzer sounds. That is the end of the first quarter of the play. Time out of the field at the end of the first quarter. Panthers on top of Benton, 21-0. Panther football on WMGO continues with the second quarter in 30 seconds.
For one team, then they didn't play and they had to come back and prepare, so really fundamentals could not be stressed.
3 wide outs to this side, wide out to the far side. Everybody spread out. They spin and give the football diving to the fullback, and he lost 3 yards of the play as the Panthers smelled it out right off the bat. It'll be fourth down, and Benton's going to have to punt the football.
No, Mike, one thing coaches try to do to slow down a pass rush, 2 things. You run the draw and run the screen, but the blocking is completely different. I think that the communication there got messed up. It looked like the lineman went for screen that time, but nobody touched anybody. And we had about 5 Panthers make contact.
Just a lot of black hats back in the backfield. And now Kirk will drop back to punt once again for Benton. And the Panthers will get the Buckley and Will Lott back deep to receive. There's the snap. It's a good one. He comes forward, kicks it high and deep. And it's going to hit on the 5-yard line, go into the end zone, and the Panthers will take over on the 20-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go.
Well, Kirk certainly has shown a good leg tonight, Mike. If you look, trying to, as a Benton Raider fan, if you're going to try to look for a bright spot, he has certainly kicked the football well.
No doubt. Panthers lead it 21-0. 11:05 left to go in the first half. And, of course, now what the Panthers want to do, Mike, with a long field, 80 yards to go, they really have an opportunity right now to set up the offense.
Absolutely. And, again, the playbook's wide open. Anything you want to run right here as everything has been working, and the Panthers were still going to go with pretty much whatever they want to. And they hit 21-0. You're really not concerned that you're back on the 20-yard line.
Wide out to the near side of the field, wing to the far side, offset eye in the backfield. Panthers on top, 21-0. Here's Ratcliffe going off the right side, giving the football, driving to, I believe, Jonathan Miller. That's Will Lott, and Will Lott drives it to the 25-yard line. Gain of about 5. It'll be second down and 5 yards to go.
Well, again, that's bad news for the Raiders, Mike, as Jonathan Miller had a great first quarter, and now the Panthers want to keep their offense because they've got another game next week. They can't just stop here this early. They need to work on something, especially because of having that week off, and now it's going to be Will Lott time for a while.
Burnside will come wide to the near side, and he is way wide to the near side. Wing to the far side, offset eye in the backfield. Second down, 5 yards to go. Ratcliffe calls him out. He spins, gives the football, diving up the middle. That's Miller Todd carrying the football over the 40. Breaks into the secondary at the 49, 50-yard line. First down, Canton Academy, as the Panthers opened it up beautifully in the middle along the offensive front. And Miller Todd's got a first down for the Panthers. First down and 10 yards to go.
Well, the Panthers have not tested the defensive front of the Raiders often tonight, but that time they did a great job of blocking, and the old fullback looked like a tailback running that one, as he looked like he was running cones, making cuts, and did a good job getting the ball up close to the 50-yard line.
Russell Cook will get up over the football at center for the Panthers. Offset eye in the backfield. Wide out will work to the far side. Wing to the near side. Ratcliffe back to throw. Shoots it to the outside for Penn. Cutting across the middle. Pass fell incomplete at the 35. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers.
Just a quick slant out there to Chad Penn. Shane Arnold on the coverage. and had great coverage as he broke inside and actually had a better chance than Chad did to catch the football, which was overthrown a little bit. We got a flag in the offensive backfield of the Panthers, and it'll push them back and make it first down and a long way to go.
First down and long for this. The flag fell. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Panthers. Oh, a crackback block penalty. I thought it was a holding penalty, but they got him for the crackback. It's going to mark the football back at the 34-yard line. It'll be first down and 27 yards to go for the Panthers. Slot to the near side of the field. Backs will work out of the offset eye. First down and 25 yards to go. They showed 27 a moment ago. First and 25. Here's the pitch right side. They go to Will Lott. Lott looking for a corner. Nowhere to go. Benton recovered very, very well and got it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 25 to go for the Panthers.
Really good inside-out pursuit that time by the Raiders, as they have had that sweep hurt them here tonight, but not that time, as they did a good job of scraping outside and holding Lott to no gain.
Second down, second and 25 for the Panthers, and of course, about right now, you would expect to see Mr. Ratcliffe air that football out on a second and 25.
Yeah, Mike, and again, every time the Panthers get in that wing formation as they did earlier, they still got that very awkward-looking secondary with the two safeties in the corner all within 5 yards of each other, and the Panthers have burned them once and look for that to probably happen again.
And Coach Flip Godfrey wants to talk about it. 8:50 left to go in the first half. Panthers on top, 21-0. Panther football on WMGO continues in 30 seconds.
It seems like it's been a month since we've been here.
Absolutely. Backs are split. The slot wing to the near side. Ratcliffe back to throw. Blindsided and knocked down back at the 27-yard line. So Benton comes with the blitz, and they knock Ratcliffe down. It'll be third down and forever for the Panthers.
Well, another good defensive play by Kirk, and David had no chance at all. Never saw him coming and was hitting them. And it's hard to even tell how far the Panthers have to go now, Mike. Looks like about 35 or so.
Well, scoreboard says 30, and knowing the guys running the scoreboard down there, who knows? But Burnside will come wide to the near side. Buckley will go wide to the far side. Offset eye in the backfield. Third down, 31 yards to go for the Panthers. Ratcliffe goes straight back to throw, sets, fires to the outside, got Burnside at the 32. He's up over the 40, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Panthers are still about 15 yards shy of the first down. Got about 15. It'll be fourth down, and for the first time tonight, Chad Penn and the punting unit will check onto the field.
Just a quick out, try to get Trey Burnside one-on-one with the corner, and the corner had a lot of room to give, so he gave good cushion and pushed Trey out of bounds after a gain of about 13 or 14.
So it'll be fourth down. Chad Penn, again, for the first time tonight, will punt the football. Number 3 for Benton Academy, Blake Reese, will stand back on about the 25-yard line. Panthers leading at 21-0. There's the snap. Penn comes forward. High line drive kick that Reese is going to get away from, and they're going to let it roll. It rolls inside the 15, and the Panthers will knock it dead at about the 13-yard line, and Benton will have it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 13-yard line.
Good kick by Chad, ended up about 45 yards. Pretty good roll that time, and I'm sure the Raider coaches are not real happy, as both receivers back to the Raiders had an opportunity to fair catch that one and save themselves 10 or 12 yards, but they let it roll. And once again, they're deep in their own territory.
So Patrick Shipp will bring his ball club up to the line of scrimmage. Benton has played out of that wishbone most of the night, playing at 21-0. And they'll come up in the wishbone set once again. Shipp will look over a five-man Panther front. Five-man front. Panthers will use 2 linebackers. And here's the give off the left side to the tailback. And he'll drive it to about the 13, maybe a yard. Panthers actually knock him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, a long 9 yards to go for Benton.
Panther defensive line doing a good job, Mike. When they're not making the tackles, they're occupying all the offensive linemen, and Miller Todd has just run free tonight, making just about every tackle. He grabbed the running back that time and slung him down for no gain.
Right at the 13, no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. Shipp We'll look over that stacked Panther defensive front again. 7:05 left to go in the first half. He goes on a sweep off the left side and cutting it back toward the middle is the Benton running back. He gets it up over the 15 to about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. Give him 4. Alan Jerome was there for the Panthers to make the tackle. I'll give him 5. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go for the Raiders as they give him to the 18-yard line.
About 6.5 to go in the first half, and the Raiders really need to maintain possession here, Mike. If they have to punt the football and the Panthers pick it up around midfield, this thing could get completely out of hand here in the first half.
Of course, what the Panthers would love to do would hold them right here and get the football back in good field position. Backs in the wishbone. And now a man in motion, the fullback in motion to the near side. Here's the pitch on a power play, and they get the football to the Berry, and Berry will drive it to about the 22, 23-yard line. Going to be very, very close to the first down, and he has earned Benton Academy's first down of the ball game.
Well, wishbone set. One of the backs came in motion to get one of the backs out and have him at the point of attack to do a better job blocking. And Thomas Drennan, one of the offensive linemen, came out and made a really nice block to free the running back as he picked up easily the first down as they'll nudge it out to the 23-yard line.
Benton will come up over the football. First down and 10 yards to go. 5:45 left to go in the first half of play. Backs in the wishbone. 2 tight ends set as the quarterback Ship will drive off the left side, give the football to the tailback, and he'll drive up over the 25, 26, 27-yard line. That's the end of his journey as the Panthers knock him down right there. Gain of about 5, and it'll be second down and 5 yards to go.
Raiders trying and doing a pretty good job right now of establishing a running game. That time, a good contact by the Panthers, but the big running backs for the Raiders are doing a good job of getting their shoulder pads out front and pushing the Panther defense back. And that time, a pretty good pickup on first down of about 4 yards.
Well, give him 4. Second down, 6 yards to go. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Panthers leading it 21-0. Backs in the wishbone set, and Ship will look at a 5-man Panther defensive front. Goes off the left side, gives the football. I believe that's Kirk, number 42, carrying the football. Michael Berry, and Berry will drive it up over the 35 to the 36, 37-yard line. He's earned another Benton Academy first down. And Mike Coggins, for the first time tonight, Benton showing some offensive life. As they get it to the 43, it'll be first down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, they found something they like, and they're doing a good job at that time. Really good blocking at the point of attack. And enabled Berry, again, is listed at 250 to get in the secondary. And the cornerbacks are going to do some talking to those defensive front people because you don't want to take on Michael Berry if you're a cornerback.
Backs are in the wishbone. Here's to give off the right side. They give the football, driving it for really no gain to the tailback off the left side. Maybe got a yard. It'll be second down and 9 yards to go.
Kirk with the carry, and again, Miller Todd right there along John Harold and 1 or 2 other Panthers. Good defensive stop that time on first down and puts the Raider running attack in second and long, and that's not really where they want to be. They've had some success simply because they've been able to pick up pretty good yardage on first down.
Second down, about 8 yards to go, 9 yards to go for Benton. 3:48 left to go in the first half of play. Panthers lead 21-0. Backs are in the wishbone as Ship calls him out, sends his fullback in motion to the near side. On the sweep, they pitch the football to Kirk, and Kirk driving off the left side. Check that, that's Berry. Berry drives over the 50 into Panther territory at about the 43-yard line. He's got more than enough for a first down. First down and 10 yards to go for the Benton Raiders.
So the same play the Raiders picked up first down earlier on, sent fullback in motion, ran the sweep to the right side. Good blocking out front. The Panthers not doing a really good job of rotating up from the secondary and taking on those blocks. And as Berry's a big, strong kid, he was tiptoeing down the sideline that time, and one of the Panthers hit him and hardly moved him.
So Berry, again, a big running back, 250 pounds. Offset eye in the backfield. Now Benton has it in Panther territory. Here's the give off the left side. They give the football driving to number 42. Carrying the football, Michael Berry again, and Berry drives inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line, and he's got about 6-7 yards of the play. It'll be second down, a long 3 yards to go for Benton Academy.
Berry again using his size and strength to push the Panthers back, doing a good job, and he's moving the pile every time he runs the football. But Mike, one of the problems Benton will face is even though they're moving the football, they're getting 3-4 yards a pop and just running it straight ahead, basically, and the clock now becoming a factor.
2:55 left to go in the first half. Panthers leading it 21-0. Benton in that wishbone, but again trailing it, chewing up a lot of time. Here's the spin. They go off the left side, give the football, and football is loose, and there's a big scramble for it, and Benton got back on top of it, but only ended up gaining about a yard of the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Raiders.
Strange-looking play there, Mike, as they faked the toss and gave on the to the left halfback coming back to the right. He was hit. The ball was stripped, but for a moment or two, nobody really realized that the ball was just laying there, and a lot of players were just laying right beside the ball. Finally, Ledbetter saw the football and jumped on it, so the Raiders do maintain possession.
And Coach J.J. Plummer stepped in to call a timeout. 2:34 left to go in the first half. Panthers leading at 21-0. Panther football on WMGO continues in 30 seconds. Tonight, the Panthers homecoming. 2001 as they take on the Manchester Mavericks. Make your plans to be with us. Backs in the wishbone set, and here's Ship spinning and pitching the football to Berry. Berry looking for the corner. Panthers are going to drag him down on the far side of the field at the 35-yard line. Going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, and it should be 4th down for Benton. 4th down and about 2 yards to go.
Well, Mike, the Raiders, as we mentioned, tried to throw early. Looked like they were going to throw the football a lot. The Panthers picked off a couple in the first part of the first period of play, and they have completely abandoned the passing game, and the Panther defense is reacting to that with a lot of people up close to the line of scrimmage.
Backs are split with a wing to the near side of the field. Possession down, 4th and 3. Give off the right side to Berry. Berry drives to about the 37-yard line. Should have enough for a Benton first down. And again, Benton shows the power play, and they pick up the first down, and quickly Coach Plummer steps in to call a timeout. 1:50 left to go in the first half of play. Panthers on top, 21-0, but Benton driving with a first down. It's first down and 10 yards to go for the Raiders. 1:50 left to go in the first half. We'll be back after the Benton timeout in 30 seconds. 1:50 left to go in the first half of play. Panthers on top, 21-0. Benton in driving. They pitch the ball to Berry, and Berry breaks a tackle inside the 30 as he drove it to the outside to the 27-yard line. Nice gain on first down as he got it to the 27. Got about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
Good penetration that time as the Panthers tried to trip Berry up, and that's the best way to get a guy that weighs 250 is to get him before he gets his speed up. And he was just a yard or two short of getting out of bounds, and that is very important as the clock continues to run with 1:20 to go.
But, Mike, with a 21-0 lead, of course, you don't want to let anybody score to let them get back in the football game, but really, Benton is chewing up tons of time off the clock.
Yeah, they are. Unless they hit a big play, I really just don't think they've got time to get in the end zone.
Backs are in the wishbone as off play action. Ship is back to throw. Shoots to the outside. Buckley intercepts it down at about the 5-yard line. And the Panthers will have their 3rd interception in the first half as Benton tries to go to the passing game. And the Panthers, for the 3rd time tonight, pick off the interception. And it's inside the 5 down at about the 3. And it'll be first down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers with 53 seconds left to go in the first half.
And, of course, that's why they started running the football. They really don't want to put it in the air. That's not their thing. But I'm sure the coaching staff at Benton probably kicking themselves because had they started the football game with that ball control offense, this probably would be a different game.
Well, of course, it would have been a much shorter football game, too, because you want to talk about chew up just tons of time. Benton was able to do that, but trailing 21-0, they really don't have the luxury to do that. Chad Penn will come wide to the near side of the field, and the Panthers backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost at the 4-yard line. I'm sure we'll just run out the end of the first half. Here's the give, driving up the middle. I believe that's Miller Todd carrying the football up to about the 5, maybe the 6. Give him 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go with 40 seconds left to go in the first half.
It was David Morgan in for Miller, Mike, and the Panthers probably won't do much other than just hand it to the fullback maybe one more time as we're under 30 seconds now to go in the first half of play, and the Panthers maintain that 21-0 advantage.
Again, clock on the move. Panthers enjoying that 21-0 lead. They led it 21-0 at the end of the first quarter of play. Ralph Barnes has the statistics for us at halftime. But Ralph told us a minute ago we had 3 touchdowns and only had 5 offensive plays at the end of the first quarter. Here's the pitch to Jonathan Miller. Miller driving toward the outside, up over the 20 to about the 21-yard line. He's got enough for a Panther first down. And the buzzer sounds to end the first half of play. Timeout of the field at the end of the first half. Panthers on top of Benton at the end of the first half. 21-0. Panther football on WMGO continues with our halftime comments in 3 minutes.
Important, especially the third quarter.
Beckwith will kick the football off, and he'll kick it off from the West 40 here at Sam Benson Memorial Field. And we'll get the second half of football underway, and we're going to have a car that's going to flash right in front of the track here at the stadium as we get the second half underway. And now the officials hold up play, and we're just about set to go. Okay, now we're just about set to go. Beckwith will kick it off for the Benton Academy Raiders. Canton leads it 21-0 as we start the second half of play. And Beckwith comes forward and squibs it right down the middle of the field. And John Paul Buckley's got it at the 18-yard line. Straight up the middle, got a nice gap, got a nice seam. Moved it up over the 45, 46, 47, 48-yard line. And the Panthers, as they have been this livelong night, are in excellent field position. First down and 10 yards to go.
Buckley took it off the bounce at the 18, returns it 30 yards to the Panther 48. And as you mentioned, great field position, only 52 yards away from another score. The Panthers on top here as we start the third quarter, 21-0.
Chad Penn will go wide to the far side. Buckley will come wide to the near side. Offset eye in the backfield as Ratcliffe will look at a stacked 5-man front, 2 linebacker set for Benton. Offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe calls him out, spins, pitches the football. Running wide to the far side is Lott. Lott will drive up over the 45, down deep inside Benton territory at the 40-yard line. Going to be very, very close. In fact, he should have the first down. First down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers.
Excellent run that time by Will Lott. Skirted the left side and got good yardage, plenty for the first down. About 12 or 13 yards on the play. And, Mike, I noticed that John Paul Buckley came wide right that time and was single covered. So if the Panthers choose to, I think that we may see John Paul go one-on-one here for the deep pattern.
Burnside goes wide to the far side, wide to the near side comes John Paul Buckley. He'll draw double coverage, offset eye in the backfield. First down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers from the Benton 39-yard line. Ratcliffe straight back to throw, just suits it to the outside. Pass is going to be grabbed up and just bulling his way inside the 35 down to about the 34, 33-yard line. Are the Panthers. Mark George caught the football, got it down to about the 34 is where they'll mark it. Gain of about 6. It'll be second down and 4 yards to go.
So as you mentioned, Mike, one play ago, John Paul had single coverage. He had double coverage that time, and he just ran off the line of scrimmage and cleared it out for the tight end, Mark George, who caught the football and picked up about 6 on first down.
Penn will go wide to the far side. On the wing to the near side is Buckley. Offset eye in the backfield. Looks like a Chinese fire drill as the Panthers snap it quickly and flags fly everywhere. So let's see what the indication's going to be. Illegal procedure on the Panthers.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 different groups starting at different times there. And as you mentioned, just a busted play from the start. Really, I don't think that's the way the Panthers are moving the football. That pushes back to 2nd and 9. That's not a real destructive penalty, as they'll come out and probably get that back by throwing the football once again as Burnside and Buckley are the wide receivers. And once again, John Paul will draw double coverage.
About due for play action right here as Ratcliffe will set him down, and he just gives diving right up the middle to Morgan, and he'll drive it to about the 37-yard line, gain of about 1, maybe 2, and it'll be third down for the Panthers, third down and long with 9:48 left to go in the third quarter of play.
Pretty good defensive job that time by the Raiders. They've got they're going to send double coverage on one wide out and have single coverage on the other and still have safety. By numbers, you would think the Panthers would be able to run the football, but that time on the fullback trap, the defensive front did a good job for the Raiders.
Wing to the far side, wide out to the near side. Backs are split, 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Play action, Ratcliffe rolls out right to throw, sets, fires deep down to the corner. Pass is caught down about the 5-yard line. I believe George caught the football down about the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go for the Panthers.
Well, Mike, the same thing that happened in the 1st quarter, and we've mentioned here earlier, when the Panthers get in that wing set, you know, the Raider defense is just not ready for that. And by alignment, they are messed up. And I don't know any other way to put it. And it's just hard for communication. They actually have 3 secondary players within 5 yards of each other. And once again, one player goes short, and Mark George goes deep, and David did a great job of finding him.
Great pass by Ratcliffe. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Backs are split, wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. 1st and goal from the 4. Ratcliffe spins, gives the football right side. That's Morgan to the 3, 2, 1. Knocked down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Just toss sweep that time. The Panthers had both their fullbacks in. Had David Morgan running actually from the tailback spot that time. He followed Miller Todd wide right and will stop just shy of the goal line.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go from the 1 with 8:24 left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Panthers leading at 21-0, looking to try to make it and really seal this football game away, already up by 3 touchdowns. Buckley will be on the wing to the near side of the field, pinned wide to the far side. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Ratcliffe spins, gives the football, diving to Morgan at the 1. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, David didn't get much that time, but fortunately for the Panthers, didn't need much, and he got the football into the end zone with 8:01 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Panthers did once again exactly what you want them to do, and that's take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and reestablish that they're the best team on the field.
Tyler Clark will attempt the extra point. He is 3 out of 3 so far tonight in the extra point department. Trying to make it 4 out of 4 as the Panthers lead at 27-0. Waiting for the snap. Sean Ellis will put it on the tee. There it is. It's down. Kick on the way. Way back in the trees. It's good. Time out of the field. 8:01 left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Panthers 28, Benton nothing. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. Thing 28-0. And Mike Hoggins, you said it a moment ago, an impressive drive by the Big Cats.
Absolutely. Now the defense will come out and once again try to establish their dominance.
Kick goes deep, and Benton will bring it up, and they got a nice seam as they drive it up over the 30 to the 35-yard line, and they'll have it 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. And Mike, even though we're just about halfway through the 3rd quarter, if the Panthers can shut them down right here at a 28-0 lead, you got to feel like Coach Flip Godfrey may try to start doing some different things here in the football game.
Well, Mike, a couple of things we talked about. Again, just playing, and I'm sure Coach Godfrey already has some information about Manchester, may try to do some things that they're going to have to do next week. And also you start thinking about your depth and getting some other kids in the ball game that may have to play. You know, they're only 1 snap out of being a starter. So Coach Godfrey always does a great job at getting plenty of players in, and this is going to be an opportunity to do that.
And now something's not right with Benton, and Coach Plummer wants a timeout. 7:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers on top, 28-0. Panther football on WMGO continues in 30 seconds. Back at Sam Vincent Memorial Field on the campus of Canton Academy in Canton, Mississippi. And Mike Hoggins, I was talking about cheerleaders having no arms, and they absolutely do. And all of a sudden, Benton runs a play, and as time is back in quickly, and they get it down to the 35-yard line. And 1st down for Benton Academy as they took a timeout on their first play. They are deep in Panther territory at the 35-yard line.
You know, once again, Mike, doing what they did in the 2nd quarter. They're establishing their running game. Once again, it was a big running back, Michael Berry, just running through several of the Panthers and getting the ball down to the Panther 35-yard line.
So all of a sudden, Benton is right back in it, trailing 28-0, but they've got the football at the Panther 35, 1st and 10. Out of the wishbone, they go off the left side, give the football to number 3, Reese carrying the football, and he drives it to the 30. So he's got 5. It'll be second down and 5 yards to go for the Raiders.
Good play call that time by Coach Plummer as they got the Panthers thinking about Barry inside, and they gave the ball to Reese. On a reverse back to the right side, Chan Penn did a great job getting off a block and making good open field tackle and holding the Raiders or the Raiders to about 6 yards. A good pickup on first down, but without a really nice play over by Penn, could have been a lot more.
Second down, 5 yards to go for Benton football at the Panther 30-yard line. 6:28 left to go in the third quarter of play. Here's the give to Barry. Barry stacked up at the 30. No gain. It'll be third down and 5 yards to go.
And a good penetration that time. It's another thing that we've talked about you got to do against the big guys. And Panthers did that, and one or two of them held on, and 3 or 4 of their friends came by and knocked Barry to the ground. It's going to be third down now, about 4 yards to go.
Give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 4. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Panthers on top 28-0. Next Friday night, Panthers will take on the Manchester Mavericks here at Sam Vincent Memorial Field, Homecoming 2001. Backs in the I formation, wide outs to both sides of the field. Third down, 4 yards to go. Here's Kirk, who threw a little look-in pass to the outside. Pass is complete down to the 15-yard line, and it'll be a first down and 10 yards to go for the Benton Raiders.
Just a quick hitch over there, Mike, and Panthers secondary gave up way too much cushion that time. He caught the football and came back inside, and actually coming from the inside, Miller Todd, the linebacker, ended up making the tackle because the cushion was so big. And it'll be first down now as the Raiders have the ball inside, just inside the Panther 15-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Benton Academy Raiders from the 15-yard line in Panther territory. Panthers lead 28-0. Backs in the eye, give off the right side to Barry, and Barry will drive and flag on the play deep into the secondary. He drove it down to about the 8-yard line, but there is a flag in the secondary, and let's see what the indication's going to be. And it is a face mask penalty against the Panthers, 5-yard variety, but it's going to push Benton ever closer to the goal line with 5:04 left to go in the third quarter, and the Panthers leading it by the score of 28-0.
Well, Mike, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but once again, as a Benton Academy coach, I'm sure that they are wishing that they had thought to start the game like this rather than throw the football up and really put them in a bad position. But since they've just thought ball control, and really the Panthers have not stopped them since they wanted to go to ball control. Of course, the clock hurt them. They ran out of clock there in the second quarter, ended up having to throw the ball to try to get a score. But other than that, the ball control offense the Raiders have run has been very effective.
Of course, one of the old complaints about this offense, even at the college level, Mike, was you can't play from behind in this type of offense.
No, you can't, and we saw that in the first half. They ended up just running out of time and having to throw the football, and the Panthers picked up their third interception there late in the second quarter.
So it'll be first down and goal to go for Benton Academy after the penalty from the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 4 as Benton will come up over the football, and they drive it off the left side, give to Barry. Barry drives to the 2, 1. He's in the end zone for a touchdown, and Benton has dented the scoreboard with 4:48 left to go in the third quarter. The Panthers are on top by the score of 28-6.
The Raiders have to be happy with that drive. The first time they touch the football in the third quarter, take it down and score. Big play, the first play of the drive, about a 32-yard run by Barry. And, of course, he was the main force in that drive, and the Raiders do get on the scoreboard.
Let's see what Benton will attempt to do, trailing at 28-6. 4:48 left to go, and Benton will, of course, attempt the extra point. Number 44 will put it up for Benton Academy. And the kick is no good. As he kicked it low, no good. Time out of the field. 4:48 left to go in the third quarter. Panthers on top, 28-6. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Raider kickoff in 30 seconds.
And I think we may get our wish, Mike. I don't know that the Panthers are going to throw the ball a lot more. They may throw a little bit, but obviously Benton is going to settle in on their running game.
Here's the kick, and it goes right up, and Jonathan Miller's going to grab it on the 20-yard line. Trying to follow a blocker, now grabbed around the shoulder pad and knocked down at the 32-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers from their own 32 with a lot of real estate to negotiate and leading it by the score of 28-6.
So it'll be interesting to see here, Mike, what the Panthers decide to do, if they're going to run the football and try to run some clock and just protect this 22-point lead, or if they're going to stay with their game plan and mix it up a little bit.
Of course, the Panthers, obviously, by the statistics and everything else, have been a throwing team this livelong year. And, of course, the passing game has been there tonight for the Panthers. Wideouts will work to both sides. Now they'll work out of the offset eye in the backfield as Ratcliffe sets them down. He's got the middle of the field wide open, spins, pitches the football to Will Lott. Big hole at the 50. Will explodes to the 40, 30. It's a foot race to the 20, knocked down at the 15-yard line. First down, Canton Academy.
Well, a beautiful run that time, Mike, as Will Lott, the sophomore running back, went left, saw a seam, cut it inside, and the two safeties converged on him, and it looked like with his speed he was going to be able to split both of them all the way to the goal line. But they did come over and make the tackle, but not before Will got down to about the 15.
Boy, Will Lott can just explode when he grabs the football, and he broke the line of scrimmage and exploded, and it'll be first down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers from the 15-yard line. David Ratcliffe will bring his ball club up, leading it 28-6, 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Wideouts will work to both sides. Offset eye in the backfield. Spin, give the football, diving to Miller Todd. Inside the 5, down to the 4, 3-yard line. What a great run by Todd. And it'll be first down and goal to go for the Panthers.
Well, Mike, you remember earlier in the ballgame I mentioned that Miller Todd looked like a tailback doing some zigzagging. That time it was all fullback as he broke the line of scrimmage on the trap play and did not do anything to avoid any contact. Actually just singled out one of the defenders, one of the secondary players, and tried to run over him and pushed him inside the 5 where the Panthers will have it.
Chad Penn will come wide to the near side of the field. Buckley on the wing to the far side. Offset eye in the backfield. Panthers right back down the field, and now we've got a flag with 3:26 left to go in the third quarter. And illegal procedure on the Panthers. Going to push them back to the 9-yard line, and it'll be first and goal from the 9.
So probably a different play call here as Trey Burnside will check in, replacing Chad Penn. The Panthers now first down from the 9 instead of the 4-yard line. We may see something a little bit more imaginative than a straight give or whatever, which we probably would have seen on the 4. A couple of tries, the way the Panthers run the football would have got it in. It'll be interesting now to see what the Panthers do. 3
minutes left to go in the third quarter. Panthers on top 28-6. And now David Ratcliffe didn't like what he saw, and he steps in to call a timeout. 2:59 left to go in the third quarter. Panthers leading at 28-6. Panther football on WMGO continues in 30 seconds. Panthers having their playbook right here.
Well, the Panthers line up in that wing to the left, Mike. We may see something over there again. It's been open all night. And on the other side, you got Trey Burnside one-on-one.
Ratcliffe will look at that Benton defensive front, 5-man front, and he goes off play action, rolls out right under pressure, and just throws the football away, and I think smartly so. He was hit as he threw it, but David was really just getting rid of the football, and that's just a good senior play right there. It'll be second and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, poor protection that time, and David did a good job of throwing it away, but once again, the wing set. John Paul went out. Mark George went down deeper in the zone and was wide open once again. But with a good rush, David did a good job of throwing it away. Really didn't have time to set and throw it.
Penn will go wide to the far side of the field. Buckley on the wing to the near side. Offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe calls him out. Looks at that Benton 5-man front. Spins right side. Pitches the football. Benton with a great blitz and rush. Knocks the Panthers down back at about the 14-yard line. Will Lott was carrying the football, and he had nowhere to go. And it'll be third down and goal from the 13-yard line for the Panthers.
Well, the key block was not made that time, and Neil Kirk coming through made a great defensive play, penetration, and will throw the Panthers back. So, you know, a moment ago, Mike, the Panthers had the ball on the 4-yard line and now have it on the 14.
Third down and goal to go. They mark it at the 14-yard line. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Panthers on top 28-6. Wideouts will work to both sides of the field. Offset eye in the backfield. Ratcliffe calls him out. Straight back, just throws the fade to the outside pass for Buckley. And it just over the wrong shoulder. I don't know if John Paul picked it up or not. He may have lost it in the lights, but it fell incomplete, and it'll be fourth down, and the Panthers will check the field goal unit onto the field.
Yeah, I don't really know where John Paul was looking. He may have been looking at another spot, but actually I think, Mike, the ball actually hit him in the shoulder pad. And he was open, a good throw by David, but just John Paul just did not see the football. So as we talked about, you know, you do things you may need a week from now. And Tyler Clark in to attempt a field goal, and next week's game could be decided by that. So very important here to get Tyler an opportunity.
From 31 yards away, there's the snap. Tyler Clark's kick on the way, plenty of distance. It is good. A minute 58 left to go in the third quarter of play. Panthers 31, Benton 6. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. With Clark kicking the field goal, executing the kicking game.
Yeah, and the Panthers maybe a little lack of concentration there, not being able to get the ball in the end zone, but once again, come away with points. 2 drives here in the third quarter and 2 scores.
George will come up and kick it from the east 40, and he kicks it high and deep, hits at the goal line, bounces through the end zone for the second time tonight. The Panthers, George, kicks it through the end zone, and Benton will play it first down and 10 yards to go from their own 20-yard line.
Well, the coaching staff just got to be elated over the special teams tonight, Mike, because they've done a good job of obviously Tyler kicking the extra points and then that 31-yard field goal a moment ago. And as you mentioned, Mark is really kicking the football well.
First down to 10 yards to go for Benton. And, of course, they had a nice touchdown drive earlier in the third quarter, of course, to produce their only points so far tonight. Panthers lead it 31-6. We're inside of 2 minutes and a minute 58 left to go in the third quarter of play. Benton will get Kirk in the ball game at quarterback. Backs in the I formation. Spins, pitches the football. There's a fake reverse. Go to the outside, and the Panthers just no running room there. As the Panthers sniffed it out very, very well. Barry carried the football, knocked him down after the gain of about a yard to, well, they give him 5 as he got great second effort. It'll be second down and 5 yards to go.
Well, the Panthers did a good job of staying with that, Mike, and held him to a short gain. And, of course, I think any defender right now that would go with a fake with Barry handing off would probably need to come to the sideline, because Barry's the guy that's going to tote the mail.
No doubt about it. A minute 20 left to go in the third quarter. Panthers on top, 31-6. Off play action. Here's the give on the sweep. Off the left side, and nothing there as the Panthers stand it up and throw it for a loss back at the 20-yard line.
Well, when you look in the defensive playbook of how to tackle, that was the form tackle right there. Jonathan Miller just broke down, put his face right in the numbers, lifted the running back up, and knocked him back. Probably a loss of about 2 on the play.
So it'll be third down and about 7 yards to go for Benton with 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Possession down for the Raiders. Panthers leading at 31-6. Next week, the Panthers, of course, homecoming 2001. If I don't go to a revert, it's 2001, and the Panthers will take on the Manchester Mavericks. Next Friday night, slot to the far side of the field for Benton. Backs in the I formation. Rolling straight back to throw is Benton. They shoot to the outside. Pass is caught on the outside, and it's going to be enough for a Benton first down up at about the 40-yard line with 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. Reese catches the football. He has it at the Canton 39, first down and 10 yards to go.
Nice throw that time by Kirk, left-hander. Threw the ball to the right. Good catch over there by Reese. Alan Jerome right there. Looked like Alan may have tried to break in for the interception. The ball just got by him. So the Raiders pick up a first down, and something they haven't done much of tonight, Mike, get a first down through the air.
Benton to the line of scrimmage. 1 second, and the buzzer sounds. That's the end of the third quarter of play. We go to the fourth quarter. Everybody up here at the stadium. Panthers on top of Benton, 31-6. As we go to the fourth quarter, Panther football on WMGO continues with the fourth quarter in 30 seconds. But at their own 39-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go. Slot to the far side. Backs in the I formation. As Benton goes straight back on a lateral pass, and now they're going to throw it deep down the field. Panthers smell it out, and now the receiver on the far side of the field is going to run it, and is going to get it to about the 39-yard line, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Actually only got it to the 38 for a loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11 yards to go for the Raiders. But let's see.
Fumble on the play, and the Panthers have recovered it. And, boy, you talk about going from a great play to a poor play. That was a double pass as the inside receiver caught it and was going to throw the outside receiver. And, Mike, he was wide open, 10 or 12 yards behind everybody as the Panthers secondary broke up. But great pressure. made him not be able to throw the football. I think it was from David Morgan originally, and then somebody else came in. But the pressure took away a possible touchdown pass by the Raiders, as the Panther defense did a great job, and then a fumble, and the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 inside the Raider 40-yard line.
Panthers will get Alan Jerome in the football game to play quarterback. Spin pitch to Will Lott. Lott will drive it to the Sean Ellis, rather, and Sean Ellis will drive it to about the 33-yard line. So it's a gain of about 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the Panthers.
Sean Ellis, 155-pound senior running back, getting in at the tailback spot. And again, Alan Jerome, the sophomore Panther quarterback, is replacing David Ratcliffe as the clock runs with about 11:15 to go in our ballgame.
31-6, Panthers on top, and Jerome will put his ball club up at the line of scrimmage. He's got a wing to the near side of the field, wide out to the far side, offset eye in the backfield. And here's the spin, give the football off the right side again to Sean Ellis, breaks into the secondary. He's got a seam at the 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers.
Great effort that time by Sean Ellis. He got some good blocking off the left side on the lead play, and Sean went through the line untouched and saw some running room. Good vision, broke down the right sideline and outraced the Raider defenders 31 yards into the end zone.
37-6, Panthers on top with a 10:52 left to go in the football game, and Tyler Clark will come on to try to make it 5 out of 5 in the extra point department tonight. Of course, he has a 31-yard field goal in the ball game tonight. Sean Ellis, who just scored the touchdown, will put it on the tee. John Paul Buckley will snap it, waiting for the snap. There it is. It's down. Kick on the way. Kick is good. 10:52 left to go in the football game. Panthers 38, Benton 6. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. George will kick the football off. He'll kick it from the West 40 with 10:42 left to go. 10:52 left to go in the ball game. He kicks it high and deep. He's been through the end zone twice tonight and kicks it down to around the 5-yard line, and Benton's got it. They're coming the other way, and they drive it to about the 26, 27-yard line, and that's it. Panthers knock them down right there, and it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Benton Raiders.
Blake Reese on the return once again. Good job of getting the football up outside the 20. He's going to spot it just in advance of the 25-yard line. And the Raiders will have it there, Mike. And we'll see what the philosophy is. They're down 32 points, but I think they found something in just running the football. And, of course, I guess you never want to give up, but you've got to be realistic here and think that chances of you winning the football game are pretty nil. So you want to try to establish that running game.
10-10 left to go in the ball game. Clock on the move. Here come the Benton Raiders up to the line of scrimmage. Backs in the I formation, and they give off the right side, give the football once again to Barry, and Barry will drive it to about the 29-yard line. So he's got about 3-4 yards of the play. It'll be 2nd down. Let's call it 6 yards to go for the Benton Raiders.
John Lutz and Will Lampkin, I believe, in on the stop along with Miller. Todd Miller's been on a lot of tackles tonight, as we mentioned earlier. Defensive line doing a good job of keeping all the offensive linemen off the linebackers, and John Lutz and David Morgan and Miller Todd are the beneficiary of that.
Slot will come to the near side of the field, backs in the I formation. As Benton calls them out, they go off the left side, give the football, driving to Barry. Barry with a nice hole up over the 40 to about the 42, 43-yard line. More than enough for a Benton 1st down with 9:15 left to go in the football game.
Good blocking that time on the left side of the line, and as we mentioned earlier, those guys that play in the secondary really don't like to take Barry on one-on-one, and he can deal out some punishment as he weighs up around 250 pounds, and he is having a really good second half.
You know, Mike, what you said earlier is a very, very poignant point. Why Benton didn't start out the football game running that power football is just beyond me. Slot to the near side of the field, and here's the drive up the middle, a yard or two to about the 45, and it'll gain of about 3 and 1. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, 7 yards to go for Benton.
That was Beckwith on the quick hitter, and the Panthers, somebody reached out and tripped him up after a short gain. Once again, though, the Raiders are content to run the football and try to establish something for the rest of the season.
But that clock continues to move. We're down to 8:20 left to go in the ball game. Panthers lead it 38-6. Pitch to the outside Panthers stack it up. There's just no gain on the play. And it'll be third down for Benton. Third down and about 7 to 8 yards to go.
Tell you, Mike, Benton, Barry has shown not only some strength tonight, but on 3 or 4 occasions shown great balance. He's a handful, and the Panthers have done pretty much a good job on him. It's just when he hits in there against somebody that weighs 160 or 170, he's going to go forward, and he's done that very well.
But boy, Mike, they really had a pretty good advantage if they could have driven the ball at the Panthers early in the ball game, and they just chose not to do it.
Absolutely. And of course, that would have changed field position completely.
Absolutely. Slot to both sides of the field. Backs in the eye as Benton goes straight back to throw. Sets, they throw to the outside. Pass intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Panthers pick it off. Will Lott, the secondary, drives up over the 50 into Benton territory at the 43-yard line. And the Panthers will have it first down at 10 yards to go with 7:15 left to go in the ball game.
We've got a flag on the far sideline, I think, Mike. I believe that's a flag over about the 50-yard line, but quarterback drop. Kirk wanted to throw over the middle on a post pattern, just a very poorly thrown ball, overthrew it, probably 7 or 8 yards, and Will Lott, just playing center field, was the recipient and returned it into Benton territory, but that will be stepped off from about the 49. It's going to take it back to the Panther 41. It must have been a clip, so it's a 15-yarder.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, but the Panthers do have possession at their own 36.
Panthers will have it at the 36, and Mike, now you're going to see a real heavy-duty working on the clock with 7:13 left to go in the ball game.
Absolutely, Mike, but again, the good thing for the Panthers and probably the bad thing for the Raiders is no matter what you do, you still got people like Will Lott and Sean Ellis in there getting some snaps, and they could break it at any time.
Offset eye in the backfield, wide outs to both sides. Jerome at quarterback, spins, gives the football, driving up the middle. That's Sean Ellis. Will Lott breaks into the secondary. He's inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. First down, Canton Academy, and partner, you called it right there.
45-yard run. Again, good blocking up front as Will had a big hole and then just turned on those jets that we've talked about. And once again, very, very close to breaking it for the distance.
So the Panthers again in position at the 19-yard line with 6:39 left to go. First down and 10 yards to go at the Benton 19-yard line. Chad Finn will go wide to the far side. Wide out to the near side. Backs in the offset eye. First down, 10 for the Panthers from the Benton 19. Here's the give, driving up the left side. Will Lott again inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. First down, Canton Academy. First down and goal to go from the 6-yard line.
Just really a good run that time by Will, and yardage on a lineman only. The Panthers only had to make one block on the left side of the line, and that gave Will a big, big gap. And he took it down, and this time didn't try to avoid anybody as he turned into that had that fullback mentality and tried to run over one of the Raiders, and the Panthers moving the football quickly down the field, have it first and goal inside the 7.
5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. First and goal for the Panthers from the 7-yard line. Offset eye in the backfield. Spin, give the football, driving inside. I believe that was Will Lott again. Drove it down to about the 3-yard line. And stacked up right there, but it'll be second and goal for the Panthers from the 3-yard line.
So the Panthers 3 straight plays now have given the football to Will Lott, and that probably won't change much as the Panthers are just going to try to run the football, and the Raiders just going to have to stiffen up here as they've got their backs up against the goal line. The ball just inside the 3.
Pin wide to the far side of the field, wing to the near side. Backs are in the offset eye. 5 minutes left to go. Panthers lead it 38-6. Waiting for the snap, driving to Will Lott, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage at the 3, and it'll be third down and goal to go for the Panthers.
Yeah, Will just tripped up that time. It looked like he wanted to break the outside. He had a lot of room outside, and as he tried to break it out, was knocked down at about the 3-yard line. Third down now and goal from the Panthers at that point.
Third down, goal to go for the Panthers. Alan Jerome at quarterback. We'll get the play in from Coach Flip Godfrey and the coaching staff on the near side of the field. 4.5 minutes left to go in the football game. Panthers are going to go 5-1 on the season as they lead it by the score of 38-6. Offset eye in the backfield, slot to the far side of the field. Jerome calls him out, spins, pitches the ball right side to Lott at the 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Panthers.
So the Raiders had stacked it up inside, just content that the Panthers were going to keep running it inside the tackles, and the play call that time got it Will outside, and he goes into the end zone easily for the Panthers score, and it's now 44-6.
4:07 left to go. Panthers on top, 44-6. And Tyler Clark will try to make it perfect in all phases of the kicking game tonight. Sean Ellis will put it on the tee. Waiting for the snap. There it is. It's down. Kick on the way. Good. Timeout on the field. 4:07 left to go in the ball game. Panthers 45, Benton 6. Panther football on WMGO continues with the Big Cat kickoff in 30 seconds. Of course, after having an unscheduled week off last Friday night, have been very, very impressive here in the football game here at Sam Benson Memorial Field tonight. George comes forward, kicks the football high and deep to the far side, grabbed by Benton right on the sideline of the 5-yard line. Now they move it straight up the field, hit and horse-collared at the 25, and Benton will play it first down and 10 yards to go from the 25-yard line in their own territory, first down and 10.
Well, Mike Bucko or Boudreaux, the Wonder Dog, has got a workout tonight, and they're going to have to give him some extra grub, extra water, because he has been on the field quite a bit tonight and has done a good job each time.
Well, Mike, you know, again, we talk about it, but an official time out on the field, but, we talk about it, and after an unscheduled week off last Friday night, you just couldn't have drawn this thing up any better for the Panthers tonight.
No, you worry about rust, but there certainly didn't look like there was any rust at all. And as I told Coach Godfrey this morning, and my hat's off to him if they've got them ready to play with that week off in the middle of the year and flea market and homecoming coming up, thought so many different places, but they certainly had them ready to play.
Yes, there's no question about it. Very impressive performance. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Backs in the I formation. Here's the give for Benton off the right side. They're content to run the football, and they'll drive it to about the 29-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go.
Barry off the left side. He's carried the football a bunch tonight, and I know Ralph will tell us after the ball game, but he has been a workhorse, and Wayne Graves, Miller Todd over there once again on the stop for the Panthers, second down and about 6.
No question about it. And of course, Benton, came into the ball game 1-5. But Mike, Coach J.J. Plummer, a young football coach, he'll do a great job over at Benton Academy.
Yeah, and I think, I know the Barry kid has been out injured, but I think he's really found his niche tonight.
I don't think there's any question about it. Backs in the I, wide out to the far side of the field. Here's the give off the left side as they tried to run from the wing around and knocked down for a loss back to the 25. And for Benton, it'll be third down and about 10 yards to go as the Panthers just smelled that out perfectly. And the Panthers have just played outstanding defense across the board tonight.
Yeah, that play didn't fool anybody. David Curington tried to come around the right side. The Panthers had 3 or 4 defenders there and did a great job of stopping that for a loss of about 3.
So inside of 3 minutes left to go, 2:45 left to go. Benton with a third down and 10-yard to go situation. Football back at their 25-yard line. Straight back to throw as the Benton quarterback tries to set screen to the far side. Panthers sniff it out, and Big Barry catches the football, runs over about 3 people, and may have enough for the Benton first down, and should have enough for the Benton first down. Up at about the 33-yard line, it will be enough. First down and 10 yards to go. 36 is where they'll mark it.
Well, Mike, Kirk dropped way back that time. That's always a cue to look for screen, and Tyler Clark did a good job of reading it, just could not quite get Barry to the ground, and Barry ran through a couple more tackles and got the first down. And I tell you, we may just need to start calling him Mr. Barry, because he looks like a man out here tonight.
You get the ball to Barry in the open field, and he is absolutely dangerous. Wide out to the near side, backs in the I formation. They give it to Barry driving up the middle. He's to the 45. He's got about 6-7 yards. It'll be second down and 3 yards to go with 1:50 left to go in the ball game.
So a pickup of about 8 on first down. Once again, the Raiders just running the football, really not trying to throw, and of course, and I don't guess they should, Mike. They've not had very much success in the air. 4 interceptions here tonight.
Yeah, about every time they've thrown it, the Panthers have stepped in to intercept it. 45-6 with 1:30 left to go in the ball game. Panthers lead it. Here's Spin, pitch to the outside, and Benton breaks to the outside. They're inside Panther territory at the 40, knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Number 3, Reese carrying the football, knocked out at the 31 is where they'll mark it. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go for Benton in Canton territory with 1:14 left to go.
Big game by Reese that time as the containment for the Panthers here on the near side just broke completely down, and Panthers really lucky he didn't break that one for the distance because he really got outside quickly and took the football down inside the Panther 35.
A minute left to go in the football game. Backs in the I formation, slot to the near side of the field. Here's the give, driving up the middle, buried to about the 28-yard line. 53 seconds left to go. Clock on the move, and now Coach J.J. Plummer and his coaching staff are going to call a timeout. Panthers on top, 45-6. Panther football on WMGO will continue at the conclusion of tonight's game in 30 seconds. 45-6. Looking forward to homecoming next week as Benton has it at the Panther 28-yard line. Backs in the I formation, go to Barry off the left side. Again, that big horse just plows down to about the 20. He should have enough for a Benton first down with 45 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Well, Barry coming through hard, got some steam up that time, and Sam Mabry stepped in and took him on and made the tackle as Barry nudged it just enough for a first down, Mike, and Benton will take another timeout.
Benton will take another timeout, but Mike, even though the Panthers comfortably out in front of this football game, one thing that one thing you do notice, even though the Panthers have dominated this thing tonight, is that the big backs, the ones that drive straight ahead this year, have really given the Panthers some things to deal with.
Yeah, there's no question, Mike, as the Raiders have really done that extremely well here tonight.
Here's the pitch to the left side. Again, they pitch the ball to Barry. Barry's going to be fumble the football, and it's rolling loosely, and the Panthers jump on top of it back at the 40-yard line. That is the 5th turnover of the night for Benton Academy, and the Panthers have it with 36 seconds left to go, and Mike Coggins short of taking a knee. That's going to just about do it for this football game.
Yeah, Barry fighting for extra yardage that he's done all night long and done a very good job with it. Just fought a little bit too hard that time, and somebody got a hand in there or a helmet and knocked the football loose. Trey Burnside jumped on it for the Panthers, and they'll take over with 36 seconds to go. First down at their own 27-yard line.
So the Panthers, Alan Jerome will bring his ball club up to the line of scrimmage. Panthers will take a knee, and this will be the football game as the Panthers will look forward to homecoming next week and will improve, more importantly, to 5-1 on the campaign as Jerome brings his ball club up. Everybody in tight with 35 seconds left to go. Jerome takes a knee, and barring an unforeseen timeout or disaster, that'll be the last snap of the football game.
And that would be both, Mike. A timeout would be an unforeseen disaster at this point.
Absolutely. 20 seconds left to go. Panthers will improve to 5 wins and 1 loss of the football season. And, of course, look forward to Manchester coming in here to homecoming next week on the campus of Canton Academy. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. Panthers 45. Benton Academy 6. 3 seconds, 2. You can wrap this one in black and gold as the Panthers win it over Benton by the score of 45-6. Panthers 45, the Benton Academy Raiders 6. We'll be back for some final words and to put a wrapper on this thing in 2 minutes.